speaking of girls, your girl Taraji.
Love her. Love her down.
Love her too, but Taraji always gonna let you know how she feels. She's very vocal, outspoken, and I feel like we need more of that.
I love it.
And you want to tell the people what Taraji said this time?
I was gonna say what I like about Taraji is she keeps speaking on the side of Hollywood that we don't see. We only see the glitz and the glam and
the finished product.
Yes, the headlines and the marquees. Well, Taraji P. Henson goes on a podcast and she says that she blames misogyny for her career. Why are you laughing? She blames misogyny for her career not taking off like Tyrese after Baby Boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's no hate or anything, she says. I just knew it wasn't going to be that way.
Yes.
And I, for one, was kind of taken aback when I first heard that because I'm like, wow, that is the first time that I saw Taraji. That is the first time that I saw Tyrese on a film. That is the first time I saw him act. I mean, unless you want to count the Pepsi commercial as acting.
Yeah.
But and for that to be the first time that I seen either one of them, to see like his career in Hollywood take off the way he did when he was like, I said this before, he was number 2 for Fast and Furious. Like he wasn't the lead actor, but he definitely was the co-star.
Yes.
And then, then you had that whole franchise pan out the way it did. I think you mentioned like 4 brothers and and then he also had, let's not forget, the Marvel John.
Which one? What's
the
that?
Transformers. He was in Transformers.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite. One of my favorite movies. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
She might be right. Taraji might have a point. Oh, I forgot about that one.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
He got some really good deals.
He got some, yeah. If he just off his acting career, let's get away from like his music career.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrese got a stellar actor career if he was just an actor. Like he been in some
exactly.
He had definitely been. I guess my thing is, he was riding off of his fame and celebrity off of his music career. So I think it's a little apples to oranges to say I knew my career wasn't going to take off acting like his. Well, the reason he was selected as the role in Baby Boy, one, that was Tupac.
It was Tupac's role, right?
So think about, he's not as accomplished as Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Baby Boy would have been bigger with Tupac.
I think so too.
But I also don't think Tupac would have been good to play that kind of simp whack role that, he played Mama's Boy. And Tyrese my guy, so I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, Tyrese played he played a baby boy, right?
He did. That was I think Tupac it would have been a stretch for him, but I think he would have still realized the role. But I kind of think about it like this. Imagine Taraji starts a singing career, right?
Yeah.
And Tyrese is like featured in like one of her songs, and then she blows up and becomes like Beyonce.
Well, I'm not gonna say his acting career is not like a Beyonce. I'm gonna give him.
Probably not.
We're gonna give him Tyrese in acting. His resume is kind of like It's definitely not Beyonce, but it's
he wouldn't be the Beyonce of the acting world, but he would definitely be because he's starring.
He'd be a Fantasia.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Fantasia got some hits.
No,
Did she got some Grammys? Did she win anything?
I don't know. The hood love Fantasia. I don't know about
I would call
Recording
let's
Academy.
go with maybe Ashanti is better because the Ashanti Ja Rule thing. Maybe because she was a co-star.
I would say Ashanti.
Ashanti would probably be a good
Ashanti,
comparable. But Ashanti had a great career.
Oh my gosh. No, and like Ashanti to this day can go anywhere.
Exactly.
And headline or co-headline or something like that. And she's still able.
Tyrese
can
has
still sing. She can still sing really good. And they trying to say that she wrote.
But I'm gonna be honest, I think Taraji's, I guess, so really what Taraji is saying is because she's not saying she hasn't been a successful actor. Let's not go there.
She's been very
I
successful.
think she's saying when she's saying her career didn't take off, I think she's talking about the money.
Not the fame.
I don't think she's talking about the
feel
fame
like they're
and the
equally as
notoriety.
famous?
Well, no, I'm not gonna say that.
I would say they're equally as famous. Which is
I
like,
don't
should
know.
they be?
Tyrese more famous than her.
You think so?
Yeah, he's been famous since he was 16. He's a singer and an actor. He's been in Transformers. He's been in a lot. Like, he is more famous than her. But I don't think she's comparing her career and her resume directly up to his. What I think she's talking about is financial success. Because if we go look at her net worth, and instead of it saying 3 million, it says 30 million. I think she'll feel a lot different about her career because she's put in the work to be that. She was the number 2 person to what, Ben Affleck or what was
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
And
I'm
Benjamin.
sorry.
And I went back. I went back to watch it, and it was amazing. She did an amazing.
He got $12 million or $10 million or something like that for that
got
movie.
More than
that was a lot of money he got for that movie.
I think he got like 30.
You sure?
I will double
check that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm. If he got $30 million, she's supposed to get at least 5, and he got 25. You don't think he would have did the movie for 25?
He was already Brad Pitt. You know what I mean?
So she blaming Tyrese. You need to be blaming Brad Pitt.
No shade.
Like, Tyrese made you. Not trying to be funny, but like the movie Tyrese was in made your career. You supposed to get paid. She only got $500,000 for that film. And then when she broke it down, she said she only netted 150.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, but I'm not seeing what he got.
I thought it said 10
While
when I looked it up.
some reports suggest Brad Pitt has commanded up to $30 million for other roles, the specific detailed pay structure for Benjamin Button was highlighted by Henson. Hold on.
I think she said he got like 10 million.
I'm seeing 30, but
I feel like 30 is what.
Cause some actors are like, I heard that Will Smith don't get out of bed for less than like $40 million. Yeah, like, and this is Brad Pitt. Like, you know what I mean? I don't see him.
I can see him getting 30 though. But I guess my point is, again, if she, instead of her getting 500,000, if you just add an extra 0 to Taraji's career, I feel like she feels a lot different. The problem is Taraji is looking at her body of work and looking back and saying, I'm broke. Compared to what Taraji brings to the marketplace,
how much is Taraji worth?
She's broke.
Taraji P. Henson. What do you think her net worth should be?
Her net worth should be about $35 million.
Okay.
I believe it's probably like under 4 or 5 million.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Taraji, makes probably about $1 million a year. If that. That's a lot of money.
All right. Well, they're saying here celebrity net worth, they
it could be, yeah. It's
but they saying $12 million. Even still, that's why.
That's net worth. So she probably has access on her daily life
to
about $2 to $3 million. Her lifestyle is like a $2 to $3 million lifestyle. If you're worth 12, that means if you sell and liquidate all your assets, all your IP, all the rights and the royalties,
then you get $12 million.
Then you get to $12 million if you sell everything, which means she probably only have access to a quarter of that, like 2 to 3, and that's her lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Which is why she's taking films for $300,000-$400,000. And this is the issue. Her issue is the dollar signs, not the actual body of work. Because she's been in a lot of good films.
Well, you know what? Now that you mention it, Tyrese was crying about money too. It wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
So maybe they are the same bucket. I don't know. But I think to the point of her actually saying his career took off. I'm not here to say, maybe he kept all the money, but his career did take off. Like Fast and Furious was huge. Right. Transformers was huge. Like the things that he was in and he was like the face of,
right.
was absolutely huge. I think she got stuck in two things here, and I was comparing it because there's a lot of other women who get to star in films. She kind of got stuck as this like
Yeah.
co-star all the
Yeah.
time. This number two, sometimes number three, in the film, and like when you think about Hunger Games, how
Yes.
she got her. When you think about Twilight, when you think about how all these other women, and not only just because I feel like Kerry Washington did very well,
Yeah.
pivoting in like from movies back into, and but she was always like lead though.
Yeah.
Like with Scandal and stuff, like we didn't necessarily get the lead role that we should have got from Taraji.
Now let me ask you this: Did Kerry? I don't know this for sure, but you can look this up. Did Kerry Washington come from money? And I think that's
I think
a conversation.
She came from more money than Taraji.
That's a conversation we need to have. Taraji painted
yeah.
herself as a single mom waiting tables in LA trying to make it. So when executives hear that, all they hear is, "I can pay you a little bit because you a single mom waiting tables. You broke." That's all these executives hear, and this is why this whole story about being homeless and being broke, I always tell black people, you need to get rid of that story. You need to start telling your privilege stories. Talk about your intellect. Talk about how you won. We always get up there and win a Grammy, or we always win something, and we want to talk about how we struggled and ate cereal when we was at on holidays, and we ain't had no money, and we didn't have coats for school, and you're telling people they literally can rip you off. That's what you're telling people.
Yeah, she was very middle class.
See, Kerry White, she came from. I knew it.
Her mom was a professor and an educational consultant.
Come on.
And her dad was a real estate broker.
Which means they have access to good lawyers and good agents, and they're not going to just take anything because Kerry Washington already got a house. She got a car. She's not starving for money.
Yeah.
So she can say no to the 150, and when that 1.5, 2, 3 million come in, she can say yeah. Taraji can't. That's the difference.
I can see that. I can see that too. It could have been the branding, but yeah, I hope to see Taraji in a Marvel film. I mean, because that Disney money is different.
It's different. The royalties, and then the stardom that comes with that, because you're getting pushed and promoted. And that's the thing of maybe what she was trying to communicate with the Tyrese situation. It's like Transformers is a franchise. This is not a
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious is a franchise.
Yeah.
They got like what, 14, 12, 11?
Way too many,
right? So Tyrese did get pushed. Yeah, he got pushed to a huge audience. Shout out to Taraji, but I think if you add another zero at the end of her net worth, I think she has a different relationship with how her career is. And we can argue that she deserves that extra zero.
I think so.
I do too.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. In order to continue to support independent journalism, I need you to subscribe down to the page below. And if you want the full podcast and more exclusive content, I need you to subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description.